Auburn hosts Kentucky Saturday night at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It's a 6:30 start. It'll be televised by ESPNU. The Tigers coming off a loss at Arkansas in which they played their worst game of the season by far. Just couldn't get anything going. Had costly turnovers. Didn't play well on either side of the ball. Just not a good game for Auburn. It was a game that Coach Gene Chizik going into had warned his team that, hey, we're maybe not ready for this one, and they certainly weren't. Of course, the Tigers had been ranked number 17 in the country, their first mentioned in the rankings this season, and maybe that went to their head a little bit. Maybe this is a team, as we know, that has to play every game as good as they can to have a chance, and maybe they got a little, too full of themselves after the ranking and weren't ready to play the Razorbacks. No matter, things just didn't go well, and they got to turn things around against Kentucky to get back on the winning track. I thought in the Arkansas game it was the worst game called by offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn. He's had some brilliant calls early in the season as far as the game strategies. It just wasn't there on Saturday. Nothing seemed to work. They went away from the Wildcat formation most of the game, which they had been running some successfully. Cody Burns wasn't very much part of that game. I think you're going to see more of that at the Kentucky game. They got to get him more involved in the offense again. You could see Mario Fanning coming out of the Wildcat formation as well. Auburn, although Ben Tate had a very good game running the football against Arkansas, especially in the second half, a fumble early in the third quarter really was just the dagger in the heart of the Tigers as they were trying to make that comeback. They did put 3 scores on the board in a hurry in the third quarter after that fumble. And if you look back on it, had they taken it in on that opportunity, had a chance against Arkansas, but just too many miscues let that game get away. But they will have to put the ball in the hands again of Tate this week and try to get something going running with him and Ontario McCaleb. And they got to get the passing game going again. Chris Todd probably had his worst performance of the season. Not just terrible, but he missed on some key opportunities. He missed a wide open receiver early in the game that could have been a touchdown. So Chris Todd's got to get it back going again as well. Defensively, they were exposed as I thought they may be against Arkansas with Ryan Mallett, their outstanding quarterback. He kind of picked the defense apart at times, and they ran well against the Tigers as well. Auburn really struggling at the linebacker spot. They just don't have any depth there, and they don't have any depth much at all on the defensive side. So, it's a situation to where they just have to keep working at it, keep plugging away, and hopefully some younger depth will be able to come in and at least spell these starters for some parts of the game and give them a chance to, get some rest and play a good game the rest of the way, because they're wearing down. They wore down against Arkansas. I think with Kentucky coming in, it gives Auburn a good chance to get back on the winning side and get some things straightened out. Kentucky's starting quarterback is out with an injury. He was injured in the South Carolina game, so they're going to be hurting on that side of the ball. I think it's a great opportunity for the Auburn defense to really come with some pressure and do some things perhaps they haven't been doing this year to really pressure the quarterback and maybe get the defense feeling a little better about themselves, because right now they're really down. This is a perfect opportunity for that, a home game against a team in Kentucky that can really struggle when they don't have things going their way. I think offensively Auburn will be able to move the ball against Kentucky. And again, this is a get-well type of game. Auburn has got to take opportunity to do that this week. They can't stumble. They can't turn the ball over. A loss against Kentucky would really be a disaster. A loss against Arkansas wasn't. I mean, I could see that one coming. Arkansas's got a good team. They beat Auburn at home. That's not that unexpected. Auburn should beat Kentucky, and if they play their game, they will. Again, it's Auburn on Saturday night, 6:30 Jordan-Hare on ESPNU.